Welcome back, Gameaholics. Today's video is a part one of two. Scott's with me, of course, and Butters, our cameraman, is back behind the camera. And
this past weekend was awesome at Retropalooza.
you beat me to it. We had an incredible time at Retro. I was going back and forth about going, but I'm really glad I went. And I met some amazing people, some friends from last year, some stores that we shopped at, and they were really excited to see us back and look forward to seeing us once again.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. And also, I found a few things from my hit list. So I'm excited to get into that. Also, when I was there, I made contact with somebody that I'd heard as a kid but had no idea who he was. And he's
do that in the...
I was going to part two.
Yeah, well, we won't give you who it is, but we'll do it
You're definitely going to know... You're definitely going to recognize his voice. You're not going to recognize his name, probably. I didn't know his name. I knew his voice. Everybody knows that voice. From our generation.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, there's one actor we could mention today, but that's...
Oh, yeah.
We could do this one later.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, Gameaholics. So, without further ado, let's go.
You want to start off with this, the one I put down on the floor?
Why not? So...
Because I'm familiar with the actor.
Yes, you can introduce it.
So, okay, I guess he found brand new Vita on Borderlands 2. Which, nice little collection.
Really cool.
But the actor that did Handsome Jack, I'm surprised on him.
Damon Clark.
Hmm?
Damon Clark.
Damon
Clark.
Damon?
Damien Clark.
I thought I said Damien.
You said Damon.
Maybe I said it too fast.
Whatever his name is, God bless
Damien
him.
Clark.
That guy, God bless him.
He did the voice of Handsome Jack. But when I met him 20 years ago, at one of our conventions we had in one of our malls, it was a Dragon Ball Z card game tour.
Ah.
And he was the voice of Cell from Dragon Ball.
Okay.
But I love the Handsome Jack character. It is so goofy, but he's funny.
Hilarious. Now, it's interesting...
But we still have to play this game.
Yes. But it's interesting what we were talking about in relation to that game. You know, we were talking about... Didn't you say that he said he thought himself as a hero or something?
I think it was just one of the guys asking a question.
Yeah. It was interesting. In the comments below, I want to know what y'all think. Do you think Handsome Jack was a hero or a villain? I honestly can see both sides of the argument.
True.
I mean, yes, he's a villain for killing a bunch of people.
I mean, we know in Tales from the Borderlands he was already dead.
Right.
So we didn't see the actual story of what happened.
Until we played 2,
Well,
which I played before when it came out, but I had no idea.
We're going to finish it. We're going to 100% it.
We're platinum that again.
Mm-hmm.
Another platinum.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so personally on that note, I think he was kind of a hero in his own mind because, you know, the bandits and all that. I think he was doing the world a service in that respect. But I also can understand why people said he was a villain. So it's kind of a gray area, I guess.
Let's move on.
Yes. So, as you probably know, I was hunting the TurboGrafx that I had as a kid. And I was so blown away when I found it.
I think it's a box over there. Big brown box.
Oh, no, that's the other stuff that we were talking about.
I thought the system was in there. At the bottom. I mean, you got this one right here. If you want to talk about that one first.
Sure. Go ahead, I'm gonna go through this.
I don't know nothing about the system.
Okay, it is in here.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this weekend, I found a TurboGrafx CD. And I had this as a kid.
That's just an attachment? Yeah, it looks like an attachment.
So, this is one of my favorite consoles growing up as a kid. It was one of the hardest consoles to find today. And the controller, as you can see, it's almost Master System-esque.
Like Saturn type thing.
Yeah, but this is definitely more like a Master System controller.
Yeah.
So, the interesting thing is...
Just like volume levels?
Yeah. So the interesting thing is it incorporated the best of Mega Drive and Master System at the same time. Because most of these were carts like that.
TurboGrafx CD card.
So, the cards are actually the games.
Yeah.
And I
So
actually...
you just slide in like this, I guess?
Yeah. Just slide it in.
Okay.
Now, I actually have some, funny enough.
Yeah, the CD part too.
I know. I actually found a
So
couple.
almost acts like a CD player as well, huh?
Exactly.
Huh.
It was an early CD technology. Kind of like the Jaguar CD.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Can you imagine walking around with that thing? So these are a couple of different TurboGrafx games. One of them is Bonk's Adventure. I'm fairly familiar with it. I played it once a long time ago. And as I was telling you, the cards are the game. So it's kind of like the original Master System. Because remember how it had the card spot?
Mm-hmm.
And the Sega CD, the Master System, you know how they had the CD attachment?
Yeah.
That was Mega Drive CD. But Mega Drive also had card slot, right?
Don't remember.
We have to look it up one day. Or look at my console.
Yeah.
But this is Bonk's Adventure. And this one actually sounded like a lot of fun to me. Dungeon Explorer.
That might be fun.
That actually looks like a lot of fun. Again, the card, but also if you notice it's got the manuals, so it's complete. But the case has obviously seen better days. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, the console came out in the early days of, you know, the early 90s, or maybe 92 or 93. I'm not sure when, but I was blown away when I found TurboGrafx 16 in the original box, the mini version, unfortunately. But beggars can't be choosers. This has this TurboGrafx games built in and includes Bonk's Adventure, and I believe Dungeon Explorer is on here too.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah. And you also had R-Type, which is cool, and Adventure Island, which is a lot of fun. And it also has PC Engine games built in. Now, I do actually have a few PC Engine games, which we still have to try. I don't know if it may actually be like the CDI. I don't know. But I'm curious to find out. But I also found a couple of other things.
Anything else in the box?
Not for tonight. That's you know what. Also, I found WWF No Mercy, which is awesome. I absolutely love that game. That was one of the coolest games when it came out. And that is going right in the shrine, which is coming along nicely. But we'll get to the room tour probably by the end of the month, I guess. we're working on it, as you can probably tell behind us. So, yeah.
So I can tell you're going to do your room towards the end of the year, every year.
I don't know. I did my last one in April last year. But, you know, I was out of town again this year. So it kind of didn't happen because of other issues which you and I know about.
Yeah.
But, you know, hey, stuff happens. The good news is we woke up. What do we got in the bag? Oh, yes. So, when I was there, also found a couple of PAL PSP games, PS1 games. These are brand new in the box. I'm very excited about these. Because, you know, I've got my PAL consoles. And when I saw this, I had to look it up. I'm like, Wanted. That sounds pretty interesting. It's like, almost sounds like Lethal Enforcers almost. Remember the Wild West one? The Lethal Enforcers? It's like something with Billy the Kid, I think. And then they had Shoot, which is pretty self-explanatory, I guess. And then I found a copy of a Vita game, Invisimals, Isoraxia, in Greek, which blew my mind that I actually saw a Greek game, but it is in full Greek, it looks like, so that's interesting to me. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out. And what do you have there?
PlayStation Vita.
Really?
Just check.
What are the chances? I found that too.
PlayStation Vita. Another PSP.
Yes. Oh, it works.
That's our Testament.
Yes.
And then the Vader edition PSP.
So, one of the tables that I saw again this year, well, actually, no, it's the first time we saw them this year at Retro. But, Rad Junk, we got to give y'all a shout out once again. Y'all hooked us up once again. And I am so glad to see y'all. It was so good to see you guys. So thank you for everything that you've done for us. And we're definitely coming back to the shop. And I know that there were a few things that you were looking for over there, right?
Yep.
Such as?
I got sidetracked.
I know.
The system works.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good test.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I was saying, Rad Junk. What are you looking for over there?
And the only thing I'm still looking for is the Pokemon Puzzle League.
Ah, okay.
So if y'all are watching this video, hopefully,
Hi.
just keep an eye out for us.
Yeah. We're definitely excited that we saw y'all.
I'm sure we'll see you in a few weeks.
That sounds like a plan.
I gotta test out the Legacy of Goku game.
And I have
Make sure the battery works.
And I have to come pick up a few other things. And I know not to prequel your video, but I know you and I both found a few things from your table. Nintendo Power stuff.
Yeah. I
was
found a couple
excited.
of them.
I was excited by what I got.
It was like the first magazine when it was on Saturday was A Link to the Past, Nintendo Power.
Ah.
I just didn't see a price on it. Otherwise, I would have grabbed it. So right now, I'm just trying to get Nintendo Power from the NES and Super Nintendo.
Okay.
For now. Of course, I know issue number 1 is going to be a hassle.
Good luck.
But, oh well.
That's something I'm sure will eventually come across.
Eventually.
But I bet you're wondering what's in here.
Let's see. Okay, you did all that.
Mm-hmm.
What about...
Oh!
Then
How
we'll
could
get
I
to
forget? So this is something I was very intrigued by, called U-Force. And I did a little research on it. This was a first attempt by Nintendo and some other company to make a Kinect, where you could actually control Mario using your hands. it had a stand which is missing, but obviously I'm gonna have to find it.
Well, maybe we could do a quick video on it if once we get it working.
I mean, it is cool looking. Very futuristic.
It's almost like a battleship type thing.
And whenever you lay it flat, you can actually do like both hands. And I know in the video that I saw, the guy had this on the stand, and
were you able to test it out?
no. But I'm talking about the commercial.
Oh,
The guy had it on the stand, and he was playing Punch Out and using the air just like that. I'm like, that is so cool.
so you still can play it.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you don't have to stand for it. I guess
Yeah.
the stand is acting as like a podium, huh?
Yeah. And it looks like it, I guess this is where the thing goes, maybe? I have no idea. If y'all know anything about this console piece, let me know what this is down here. And how this hooks up. Because I'm really interested in trying it. Because on the documentary I sent you, the guy was actually playing it, and he was actually using his hand, like holding it over the thing, kind of like this, and moving his hand up and down, and Mario was jumping when he was going like this. That's really cool. And you can actually maneuver it so you are controlling stuff. I don't know. It looked really interesting. And this is the sensitivity. The sensitivity is right down there. That's one way to do it. So, if any of you guys have ever played a U-Force, let me know how it is, because I've heard mixed reviews, but there are some things you just have to try for yourself. So once we get the NES hooked up,
I might actually do a quick video on my channel with that too. It's like
absolutely.
an accessory type playlist.
Yeah, because it's exactly what it is. So, I know it's my favorite time of the day. Favorite time of the video. What's in the box? Well, Scott, let's find out, shall we? Because this box is for you. I know you're thinking, what the hell could it be, right?
Anything's possible.
Fair point. Especially coming from me, it could be anything.
True.
But you know it's good. That's all I can say about me. So, without further ado, let's see what's in your box. Well, I'll let you unbox your box. Or unbag your box.
Unbag. Rockman 7.
Got it.
Cool.
Yep. See, I didn't know which ones you had, so...
Rockman X3.
Awesome.
I believe I can get custom boxes for that. Rockman X.
Okay.
And I can tell one of my favorites.
You already have this one?
No, but I've played the
Yes!
Rockman X2.
Awesome.
Who knows if the Rockman games are actually harder than the Rockman X? It might be.
I don't know, but I have an idea for a video.
Because even playing Rockman on the PS1 or Rockman 2 on the PS1 was
It
difficult.
was really hard.
I mean, hard.
I had X3 on the PS1,
And I've actually
I think.
managed to get everything for Mega Man X2. I've even got the uppercut.
Really?
Uh-huh. So all the capsules, all the upgrades, and then I found the hidden capsule, which gives you the uppercut.
So I have an idea for a video coming up. Rockman versus Mega Man. We can play samples of both and see which one's harder, or if they're the same.
I mean, we can definitely compare X and Rockman X.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm.
Some of them, well, we probably could with the collections on the PlayStation 4. We might be able to test it that way.
That's a good idea. But, of course, us being us, we definitely want to do the original first. I mean we've got the consoles. Why not try them? You know? So, there's one other thing that I know in part 2. This was part 1 as a teaser. Part 2 of our retro adventure is coming up a week from today, so definitely come back for that. And I know that we're gonna have a lot of fun for day 2, and definitely a trip down memory lane for everyone in this room, and probably a lot of y'all too. And I'm trying to see. There's a couple of things that I bought from Brad Junk for you. I'm just hoping you don't have it.
More gifts.
I know you said you had something for me. I was really curious. I'm like, what the hell could it be? You always give good gifts too. So, I have no idea. I guess we're going to have to figure out what they are. So.
We're kind of getting closer to our project. Closer. We won't tell you until we get nearly close.
I'd say within a couple of weeks.
At least get started.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely getting started soon.
Yeah.
Our super duper secret project is actually in the works for real now. It's not just a rumor anymore. So I'm excited. I know you're excited. I think it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some, rough patches at the beginning, but that's kind of to be expected, But I think it'll work. That's why I've got faith in this. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't have faith. So, anyway, that was part 1 of our retro convention. Stay tuned for Scott's video of part 1, and I will see you back with him next week. Until then, stay cool and stay gaming, Gameaholics. Bye.
Later.